Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 6 of the NCERT exemplar problems, unit number 3 on the chapters squares and square roots and cubes and cube roots. Students, in this part 6, we will be starting from the question number 106. As we have covered MCQ type questions, fill in the blank type questions, true or false type questions, and some of the short answer type questions up to the question number 105 in our previous sessions. So let us start from the question number 106. Students, in this 106 question, what is the least number should be added to 6200 to make it a perfect square? So if you want to find out what is to be added, you need to compulsory find the long division of this 6200. Let me little write properly since it has got awkwardly written. Now let me take first line and 6200 after making pairs. 62 is the first pair and 00 is the second pair, and 49 is the perfect square close to 62. 7 sevens are 49. Difference is 13. Bringing down the other bar gives 13 and a remainder, and adding the same digit to 7 gives 14. Now we have to identify another digit. Here we know if I take a digit any one from 0 to 9 and with the same digit placed here beside of 14 gives 140 to 149, any one number. So this is to be multiplied with the same digit. So we have two options. I will take first 8. Suppose if I take 8, so 148 8s are 148 into 8 gives you 1184. Next, another option will be taking 149 149 into 9 is 1341. So here 1184 is less than 1300 and 1341 is more than 1300. If I choose this one, that is choosing 9 as the digit, gives me difference negative, and it tells us that how much is to be added, as 41 is the least number that should be added to 6,200 to make it a perfect square. Since 6,200 lies between 78 square and 79 square. What is 79 square? It is 6,241. You can cross check. And what is 78 square? It is 6,084. So students, how much is to be added? How much is to be added? If I want, I have to take little more than this remainder. To get that little more than this remainder, I have to choose such a digit which gives it. If I want to find what is to be subtracted, then I have to choose little less than this remainder, and I have to choose such a digit which gives me. Okay, here we have solved such questions in our exercise questions. Now coming to the next question. In the question number 107, find the least number of 4 digits that is perfect square. Here, first of all, what is the least 4 digit number or the smallest? Smallest 4 digit number. So the smallest 4 digit number is 1000, and now I need to find out how much is to be added to make it a perfect square. The same procedure what we have done for the 106th question. So we need to find out how much is to be added to make it a perfect square. So 3 is 9, 1 is the difference, bringing this bar gives me 100 as the remainder, and adding the same digit to the 3 gives me 6. Now I have to choose appropriate digit here. Here what is to be chosen? What is to be chosen? You know, if I choose 1, it gives me less than 100, but by taking less than 100 gives me what is to be subtracted, isn't it? So here I need to find out what is to be added. That means I have to choose a little bigger than 100. That means 62 2s are 124, and the difference is minus 24. Therefore 24 is to be added to 1000 to make it a perfect square. Therefore 1000 plus 24, which gives 1024, is the least number of 4-digit perfect square. So this is how we find children. And next question is simple, same 107th question only. but little differently. Find the greatest number of 3 digits, that is perfect square. See students, here we found smallest 4 digit by choosing 2 here and by choosing what is to be added. Now same work I can take what I have done here and continue in the question number 108 by choosing smallest 4 digit number and finding what is to be subtracted. 3 3s are 9 and 100 is the difference, 1 is the difference and 100 means that the other bar is brought down, gives us 6, and now I have taken 1 instead of 2, which gives me what is to be subtracted. So therefore 39 is to be subtracted from 1000 to make it a perfect cube, perfect square. Therefore 1000 minus 39 gives 1 6 9 and square root of it gives 31. So we have this 961 being the greatest number of 3 digit perfect square. So you could see 1000 being a number between 31 square and 32 square, where 31 square gives greatest 3 digit perfect square and 1024 gives smallest 4 digit perfect square, where from this 1000 we got both. Just depends on what digit is to be chosen, so that we can find what is to be subtracted or what is to be added. So be wise enough to choose a digit and based on the requirement choose the digit and find what is to be added or what is to be subtracted. That's it. Next, let us get into the next question number 109. See students, in the question number 109 we are asked to find the least square number which is exactly divisible by these. Students, tell me which is the number that is divisible by given these numbers. There is one special number who is divisible by the given numbers. It is called LCM of them. So LCM of 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8 is 120. You know how to find it. The moment you find LCM of them, then you can say he is the one who can be divisible by the given numbers. But what is prime factorization of that LCM? So prime factorization of 120 is 2 multiplied by itself 3 times, 3 multiplied once, 2 multiplied by itself 3 times, 3 multiplied by itself once and 5 multiplied by itself for ones. Now students, here prime factor 2 is in pairs for ones. Now for the other time it doesn't have a pair, and 3 prime factor doesn't have a pair for it, and prime factor 5 also doesn't have a pair for it. Now we will find out what is the number to be multiplied to make it a perfect square. So 120 is to be multiplied by 1 for 2. So we will multiply 1 for the prime factor 2, and 1 for 3, and 1 for 5, whose product, that is 30. So 120 is to be multiplied by 30 to make the product as a perfect square. So if once we get the product which is a perfect square, that is 120 into 30 gives 3600. So this is the number which is divisible by the given numbers as well as least square number. Therefore 3600 is the least number which is exactly divisible by 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. So we got a 3600 being the answer. Now coming to the 110th question. Students, in this 110th question, find the length of the side of a square if the length of its diagonal is 10 centimeter. Students, in a square, we have a diagonal being dividing it into the two right angled triangles. So therefore I have in the square ABCD, where angle ABC being 90 degrees and diagonal acting as a hypotenuse and dividing it into two right angled triangles. So I am considering one of the right angled triangle. So in a right triangle ABC, right angled at B by Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. But AB equals to BC equals to CD equals to DA. Why? Because it's a since ABCD is a square, In a square all sides are equal. So the moment we have got this, now we know the length of the diagonal. Length of the diagonal is 10 centimeter, and we don't know what is AB. Now let us assume that AB equals to BC equals to CD equals to DA as x centimeter. That means in the equation 1, if I substitute the values, AC which is given as 10 centimeter equals to AB which is assumed as x centimeter plus BC is also x centimeter gives 100 equals to x square plus x square, which is 2 times x square equals to 100. That means x square equals to 100 by 2, which is 50. So x equals to root 50 centimeter. This root 50 centimeter can also be written as 2 times of, root 2 times of 5. How it has got? Because we will write root 2 into root 25. That root 25 gives 5, and it is called 5 root 2 centimeter. Either you can write root 50, that is also correct. Root 50 compulsory units, centimeter, or 5 root 2 centimeter. Okay, so this is the answer. Next, let us take question number 111. In the question number 111, a decimal number is multiplied by itself. If the product is 51.84, find the number. See, it is so simple. We do not know what is that number. Let us assume that. So let us assume the decimal number as x. Therefore, x multiplied by x gives 51.84. It means x square equals to 51.84, which means we are asked to find x. It can be found by finding square root of 51.84. So how to find square root of 51.84? Using long division method. So 51.84 we will find by long division method. So in long division method, from the decimal point towards left we have to make pairs, and that pairs are in integer portion, and from the decimal point we have to make towards right side pairs in decimal portion. Now making this way, 51 is the first pair which is close to the 49 perfect square. 7 sevens are 49, difference is 2, and bringing this another pair from the decimal portion gives a decimal point. Now we have to find another digit. So how to choose here? You have to choose appropriate digit. You know the way of choosing. So 142 twos gives 284, and their difference gives you 0. Therefore, square root of 51.84 is 7.2, and that is the decimal number. Okay, now coming to the next question, find the decimal fraction which when multiplied by itself gives 84.64. This is also similar, same procedure how we have solved question number 111. Similarly, it is to be solved by assuming the decimal number as x and x square is equal to 84.64 and x is equals to square root of 84.64, and you find out using long division method, you will get the right answer, and obviously it is 9.2. Okay, now coming to the question number 113, a farmer wants to plough his square field of side 150 meter. So here we know the side of a square field, it is 150 meter, and you know, if you want to find the area, how much area will he have to plough, it's a square of 150 meter, square of 150 meter to be found, that will be the area. So I am not writing working steps, children. Hereafter I will write only gist of it. I expect you writing working steps. Okay, it takes lot of time. If I keep on solving each and every question with all the working steps, I expect you writing on your own working steps, and I will explain only the logic behind way of solving it. Here the answer will be area that he will be ploughed will be 150 meter whole square, which is 22,500 meter square. Okay, so is the area that he will be having ploughing of his square field. Next, coming to the question number 114, what will be the number of unit squares on each side of a square graph paper if the total number of unit squares is 256. See students, in a graph paper of square units, when we have number of units given and here, because these being same, let the number of unit squares along the side units along the side be x. Therefore the total number of squares in the paper or in the graph sheet will be x into x, which is equals to 256. That means x square equals to 256 and x equals to square root of 256, and it is 16. That's it. So let us take question number 115. If one side of a cube is 15 meter in length, it's a cube. So the moment it is a cube, its breadth, length, height are equal. So to find the volume of it, length, height, breadth all are equal. So 15 meter. So volume of a cube is side cube, that means 15 meter whole cube. 15 meter whole cube is 3375 cubic meters. Are we right? Meter cube, like this. So this is the volume of this cube. So with this I have completed up to 115 the question number. So let us solve from 116 onwards in our next session. Till then, take care, be safe. Jai Hind. Thank you.